Good morning all, Life Path number 2. This is your April reading for 2019. We're using the Archangel Tarot cards. As I've been doing recently, I get my pendulum here and I pick the cards with my pendulum, and the pendulum and my guides have asked me to use the Archangel Power Tarot cards for this month's reading. So it looks like we need a bit of power behind us this month. I'm also using 2 new decks, which I've just recently, that have recently arrived. So this one here is the Dragon Oracle cards by Diane Cooper. I've always had a fascination with dragons. If anybody knows me, they know I've got a few dragons around my house. There's just something about them. I've always been attracted to them, but I never had any oracle cards. I've always had tarot cards, and I thought it was time I got a deck of oracle cards. So that's what we'll be using for another message over the main spread here. And also a new addition is the Akashic Tarot cards, the Akashic Records Tarot cards. So there's 2 extra messages in those cards. But I will be reading those ones out of the book at the end. They are basically new decks to me, so it takes a little bit to learn these cards. There's quite a bit of information in them, anyway, I will read those ones out of the book at the end. I'll go straight in now to the new moons and full moons for the month of April. So we have a new moon on the 5th of April in the sign of Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, which it is squaring Saturn, which means it's going to be challenging. The April 2019 new moon brings opportunities for honour, wealth, promotion, good friends and business success. But first, any fears, self-doubt or pessimism must be overcome with patience and perseverance and hard work. So basically this is what the new moon in Aries is bringing up. So, and I'm not going to go too much into you're doing your new moon intentions or your full moon forgiveness and gratitude lists. If you watched any of my videos before, it's all in the beginnings of those videos. You can go back and watch them. So that's the new moon on the 5th. In the sign of Aries. And we have a full moon again in the sign of Libra. So in March we had a full moon on the 21st, which was in the sign of Libra, and again in April we have another full moon in the sign of Libra. Now this is a very, very rare thing. Generally, even I had to sort of question when I looked up all the information, that it was actually another full moon in Libra, but it is. So it's on the 19th of April, and it's a Libran in the sign of Libra. And this time Libra is opposite Uranus. This means your need for change, excitement or freedom could make you restless and impulsive. Unexpected events and unpredictable behaviour could add much tension to close relationships. This full moon also highlights relationship imbalances involving emotional support and love. Subconscious awareness allows for an impartial and balanced look at personal relationships. So that's what this full moon is dealing with. Being a Libran, it's all about relationships. But it's coming off the back of the last full moon that we had in March. So we've got this is the second consecutive full moon in Libra. So that's just a heads up sort of type thing. I can't ever remember having 2 consecutive full moons in the same sign. So, but anyway, again, I'm not going to go into the full moon setting your forgiveness in gratitude list. That's all in my videos before. So right, I'll go into the placements of the cards here. We have your past, your present, your future, your best path to follow, your environment, your hopes and fears, and your final outcome card. And this card in the centre is the overall theme for the main spread here. Every card pulls off the centre card, doesn't matter which way you go. And I will also pull an additional 3 cards at this card here at the at your final card here. I will then read out of the book these 2 cards here. So let's not waste any more time. We'll get straight into it. So the card in the middle is the 9 of Gabriel, and it says down the bottom, they have little things down the bottom here, is stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activist. So that's that card there. So that being your overall card in the centre, it says to stay determined and to move forward. So whatever you're dealing with at the moment, whatever plans you've been put into effect since the beginning of the year or from last month or whenever, you have to stay determined and move forward. Don't let any little bumps in the road deter you, but be prepared for any possibility. Always have a plan B or a plan C, basically with this card. So we'll go into your past card. Now this past card will go from the end of March into the beginning of April, and it is the Page of Michael. I'm just going to read what it says here. Truthful, perceptive, analytical, and blunt. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. So pages are always messengers. So there's an exciting new challenge coming your way. You have what it takes to succeed. Coming off of this middle card, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Also down here there's review contracts or documents very thoroughly. So make sure you read it 3 times if you have to. Get somebody else's opinion on a document or a contract. Read the fine print. It's just an extra message with this one. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. But it's an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. But definitely stay determined and move forward, but be prepared for any possibility. Any possibility could be that you haven't read the contract properly and there's a few little hiccups in it. So make sure you've been warned to review the documents very thoroughly. We'll go into your present card. And we have the 2 of Gabriel, which is that card there. And it reads at the bottom, make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So you've got somebody else along here for the ride. This could be a business partnership. It also can be a love relationship with this card. Wherever this one stands or whatever jumps out at you there, it's either a business relationship or it's a love relationship. But make bold, ambitious choices. Pulling off the centre card here, stay determined and move forward. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So there's somebody out there that shares your vision. Maybe this is the page coming in here. The page has come to tell you about this bold and ambitious choice. But progress is now possible with it. I'm just going to keep moving on because I'm not quite sure where this is going. Excuse me. And we have a Major Arcana card for your future card, and it's called Perspective with Archangel Samuel, or Shamuel. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. So that's your future card, and it's a Major Arcana card. So to me, this is telling you to be reflective. Definitely pause. This card here is usually what they call the Hanged Man. It's looking at a situation from a different perspective. If you can see that, I know some of these cards are very, very dark, but he's hanging upside down here. He's looking at the world from a different perspective. But your different perspective here in the present is making bold and ambitious choices. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a funny throat today. I'm just going to have a drink of water. A lot of talking with these cards. But there is definitely a better way. As it says down here, there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight, and dare to be different. Sometimes being different can lead to greater success. It might take you a little bit more time to get there, but at the end, that's where we're sort of heading to in the future, as things are changing. We'll go now to your best path to follow, and it's the Queen of Gabriel. That's that card there. And your best path to follow, the advice is, you can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. All these cards, you've got an extra person here that's going to help you, be it a business relationship or a love relationship. You've also got a page coming in here to help you. But definitely with the Power Angel or the Archangel tarot cards we're using, there's all angels on them. Any card you can see, even in your middle card, there's Archangel Gabriel standing behind this person here. Here she is again, standing behind these two here. You've got Archangel Michael, you've got Archangel Samuel. All of those are helping you at the moment. That's why we're using these cards for this month's reading. So, but like it says, make bold and ambitious choices. You can do anything right now. Not a lot of people get the chance to do anything. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people into your life or into this situation. But there's definitely a better way, and pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. All these cards are pulling off of each other. You've got a lot of Gabriel cards here. Gabriel is the wand suit, which it means action, movement, all that sort of type thing. You're at a 9 here. So you're nearly at the end of a cycle. So stay determined and move forward. We'll go now to your overall environment, and it's the 5 of Michael. Now this card here, without me even reading on the bottom, if you can see Archangel Michael there, he is standing on a rock and he has pulled a cord away. He's basically severed it with his sword here. You see this? This is what no longer serves you. So maybe there is a situation or a person or a place or people in your life now that no longer serve you. You're on to another sort of journey. But I'm going to read it now, what it says down the bottom. This situation doesn't serve you. You release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So, yeah, like I said, there are people, situations, places, whatever, that no longer serve you, but you need to take an uplifting approach to it. Especially with the new moons and the full moons, all this sort of type thing, especially with the full moon, I'm going to say. It can heighten people's emotions and feelings. So if that happens, you need to take a step backwards and pause for reflection and insight on it. Sometimes when we have full moons and stuff like that, people can get argumentative, all that sort of type thing. But in this card here, they're asking you to consider taking a more uplifting approach. You can sever ties and whatever else with people and situations without offending anybody, if that makes sense. But we'll see what these other cards have to say around it. So, just going to go back to this 5 of Michael again. 5 is a scattered number, so your energies may be a little bit scattered as well. Even though you're a life path too. It's one reason why I do numerology, is because these numbers have a meaning as well. So I'm just looking at this whole road down here. There's a better way. Pause for reflection. Dare to be different. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Definitely releasing your attachment to outcomes. I think even in last month I had a few readings where you have a plan in life and you're thinking, right, this has to happen, that has to happen, and this is going to be the outcome. Sometimes life isn't quite like that. Sometimes you get bumped off into another direction, or as I said in this at the beginning, there could be an unpredictable behaviour or unpredictable events with the full moon on the 19th of April. So this might be where that is coming into play. Something unpredictable can sort of happen around this in April. It could be around the new moon, or it could be around the full moon. But I'm going to go now into your next card, and it's your hopes and fears is the 7 of Gabriel. A lot of Gabriel cards, so it's fast moving, it's the fire suits, but I'll read what it says down here. Stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, claim your personal power. So that's a pretty good card really to have as a hope or a fear. If you can see in the background here, there are a lot of colours in the background here. It's like a rainbow sort of type thing, but there's like lightning coming out of it. So there could be a few sparks sort of type thing that you might, people might, a few outbursts, I'm going to say, from people around you. But you definitely have to stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, and claim your personal power. And this card here might be coming in the 5 of Michael, that you may have to sever some ties from the past, as in they're no longer serving you. And I'm going to take an uplifting approach there. What no longer serves you, something else will come in to replace it. So I wouldn't worry about that. Go now to your final outcome card, and it is the 5 of Raphael, another 5. So you've got 2 5s. 5 of Raphael is the healing angel, but we'll read what it says down the bottom. Everything happens for Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. So definitely with this card, if you've had to sever ties with somebody, or with a company, or with a relationship, with a friend, a lot of scenarios here. You're going to feel a little bit sort of as though, you know, why has it happened? You know, these things, they're never very easy to deal with. But release regret and embrace the opportunity for happiness. So you actually need to, you know, sometimes move on from people because there are new opportunities for happiness coming, is basically what this card is saying. And everything does, in fact, happen for a reason. So like I said to you before, we have this mindset, everybody does, it's only human, that we have this plan, this grand scheme of where we're determined and we're moving forward, but it doesn't always quite work out as we think. Doesn't mean to say it's not going to work out, because you've got all these other cards saying that, you know, making bold and ambitious choices, dare to be different, you can do anything right now. And that's a pretty prominent card, this one here, the Queen of Gabriel, that anything is possible right now. But sometimes we just might regret, you know, that we've had to move on from people, which is only human and very natural. But release the regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. So there is definitely a silver lining to all of this. But we'll go in now, and it's a good time for us to pull 3 more clarifying cards, please, on the 5 of Raphael. So, in other words, don't beat yourself up over having to let situations, people, places go. You are moving ahead quite rapidly. Okay, there it is. So our first clarifying card is the 9 of Raphael. Our second card is the High Priestess, which is a Major Arcana card. Our third card is also the Moon. So I was right on this. My feeling was there's something around that full moon. This card, when I pull these clarifying cards, this one will go with this line, the next card will go with this line, and the third card will go with this line, as in clarifying it. Okie doke. So you've got the Page of Michael and the 5 of Raphael, and then you get the Make-A-Wish card on top of it. So the 9 of Raphael reads, make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. So you couldn't have got a better card than this. This is like a wish fulfilled card. So I would strongly recommend that at the beginning of April you make a wish. Dreams become reality. Sit there and daydream. Dream about what you want to do. Dream about, you know, what all this is about. But it's definitely making bold and ambitious choices. But this is like a genie rubbing the lamp here, you know. You get one wish from this genie. Make it strong, make it positive. But don't hold on to any regret about having to make decisions. But definitely embrace opportunities, because they will lead to happiness. Your second clarifying card that I pulled was the High Priestess with Archangel Heniel. And it says, powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information, be at peace. With, if you can see this card, if you have a look at her gown there, it looks like a big waterfall, and it's coming down the steps here. This is like the flow of life, keeping calm, keeping grounded, keeping centered. But the High Priestess is all about intuition, what you feel, and the calmness that you need to make these bold choices. Yeah, making the bold choices and ambitious ones as well. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So you've got a vision here, but you need to make all this. And basically, it says here, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. So your intuition is probably quite heightened at the moment, which also means your emotions can be quite heightened at the moment. With the Seven of Gabriel here, you may have to actually stand up for what you believe in, but have confidence, claim your personal power. Okay? So the High Priestess is giving you that power. If you can stay calm, centered, this is like a waterfall. You know how if you stood beside or sat beside a river or a waterfall, how calming water can be? This is what this card depicts. So that's just a little bit of help with, all these choices that you have to make at the moment. And we've got another major arcana card, the Moon. So I'm picking around about that 19th, the Moon in Libra. That I'm going to read down the bottom here. The opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. So, and it's with this bottom row here, which you've also got another major arcana here, where there's a better way, pause for reflection and insight, and dare to be different. Okay, so that's two major arcana cards just in this bottom row. You have the Queen of Gabriel here, saying that you can do anything you put your mind to right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. Also with this card, sometimes with the Moon card, there is hidden information that hasn't come to light yet. So just be aware that there may be some information, either, I won't say hidden from you, but it's more that there's missing information that you might need to find. And with the Moon, definitely with having to sever ties or ending some sort of past situation, emotions can be heightened, especially with the Moon card here. So if you're aware of that, especially with the Moon card here, it's basically giving you a little bit of a heads up that this situation doesn't serve you. You release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So if you're getting a little bit wound up, my suggestion is to walk away, come back when you're calm and when you can talk about things in a calm manner. So right, we'll go on to I'm just going to grab the box and find we'll start with your Dragon Oracle card, which is the Deep Blue Dragon, which is that card there. And it reads at the bottom, Deep Blue Dragon keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on the path of light. So this dragon's come in to basically clear your path in life. Be it of people, situations that no longer serve you, from obstacles. It goes very nicely with the Five of Michael. I'm just going to find it in the book. Just bear with me for a moment. Deep Blue Dragon, here it is, page 60. Okay, so I'm going to read it out of the book, and I'm only going to read the guidance for it. So, our Deep Blue Dragon here. That's that card there. This card is suggesting that you call on the deep blue dragon to protect you and your loved ones. Visualize a protecting arm of deep blue. Sorry, I'm starting that one again. Visualize a protecting army of deep blue dragons gliding in front of you wherever you walk or drive. Let them precede you into your home or office. Ask them to dive into the ground below your house to consume lower energies. Ask them to keep an area of a kilometre around you totally clear. Relax and trust that this is happening. Because the deep blue dragons are transmuting lower emotions of those in your vicinity, you are no longer moving through the dense energy of other people. Notice how much lighter and happier you feel. You can serve the planet by asking Deep Blue Dragon to dive under your shopping malls, schools, big buildings, or anywhere you feel they are needed to consume dense energy or vibrations. So basically with this card or this dragon, what he does is he comes along and he gets rid of any lower vibration or energy in your vicinity, under your house. I don't know whether you have ever heard about, putting crystals around your house, like clear quartz crystals, the four corners of your home or your section, but it clears away and doesn't let negative energy come into the vicinity. Same thing with the deep blue dragon. He's there to clear the path from all the negative energy. It keeps you safe and it clears your pathway. So you can call on this deep blue dragon anytime during the month of April, because that's what he is here to do. So we'll go now into your Akashic records. It's funny. We have another waterfall, okay? And this one here is called the Six of Forces. The waterfall, it's called, okay? I'm just going to find it in the book. Just bear with me for a moment. Waterfall 176. Okie doke. And I'm just going to read the guidance that these ones give you. A towering waterfall roars down into a beautiful body of water. In the upright position, this card reminds you of your incredible personal power and supports you in opening up to the force within. Know that you are a dynamo in the universe. You have the ability to shape any situation in a way that honors you and moves your life forward. The element of water is fluid. Like the waterfall, your personal energy never stops. Your life force is never ending. It springs from your eternal past and roars into a limitless future, extending into the farthest reaches of the universe. It is a time of deep thought and even deeper emotions, as well as an expansion of psychic energy. Use this time to act on these and tap your power. Use this time to act on these and tap your power. Use this time to act on these and tap your power that is ever flowing. So, sorry, this is the first time I've read that one. what did I say about the High Priestess here? I think these two cards go very well together. This waterfall, this water here, even if you can go by a body of water, whether it's the sea, a waterfall, a river, a lake, and spend some time, as it said in that card. So yeah, like it says, this card reminds you that you have the incredible personal power and support. Know that you are a dynamo of the universe. You have the ability to shape any situation in the way that honours you and moves your life forward. And all these cards are about moving your life forward. Definitely, you know, you've got make bold and ambitious choices. You've got stay determined and move forward. You can do anything right now. And this card here is also saying that you can do anything right now. You have the force behind you. You have the insight. You've got a wish card. You've got the High Priestess with the waterfall here again. Powerful psychic insights. You've got the Moon here, which gives you the opportunities to improve your plans, listen to your intuition and the guidance. But with waterfalls and stuff like that, you must become like a waterfall. Be still, calm, but just know that, you know, there's a lot of force in that water. You can do anything that you put your mind to. But just know that emotions will be heightened in April, at the end of April on the 19th, especially with the full moon. So that's your reading, guys, in a nutshell. If you need any more assistance or we can work with your own personal energies, you can book a reading with me at my page, Sun, Moon, Tarot and Numerology, or you can contact me through my website, sunmoontarot.co.nz. So I hope you've enjoyed these new additions in here. Just remember, you can call on the Deep Blue Dragon, but you have a great big force here behind you. Your plans are moving. You've got the wish card, all sorts of things. You can call on this Deep Blue Dragon also. Remember to clear your path. You can see him there. He's blowing his fire out and clearing the path of any lower negative energy. And so is Archangel Michael. He's severing anything that you no longer need now. And on that note, I wish you a lovely April, a deep blue dragon April. There you go. How's that? I hope you all have a very good April. And we will catch you all back for next month's reading. Take care all.